From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. He's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding, because that one was well over everyone's head.
Hurts. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Dalton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Andy Dalton.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return will stop.
Around the 25. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Hurts. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Wise. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Giants come into this one looking for a 12th win on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Allen going to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Eagles 7, Giants nothing.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Alert! Hey, home. 56.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Jackson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Jackson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. He's got daylight. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give, it's Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to throw now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Here's a diving catch right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. A solid stiff arm. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Pass midfield. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw, it's Allen. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Now Allen again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They'll start here with Jackson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Hurts to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Hey, 73, 73.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown! A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
46, Giants 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Regular. 5 wide. What's that?
Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's sharp. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
What's that?
Allen from the gun on third down. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. Allen going to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. From the 23, here's second down at 5. Allen to throw once more. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Jackson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Great.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Jackson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Go Silver, ready?
Throwing is Hurts. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dalton sets up play action. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Dalton here from the gun. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Passing, it's Dalton. It's Hill, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. So Dalton now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Now Dalton. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
Great.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Hurts. His throw caught at about the 5. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.